Ladies and gentlemen, this is really, really interesting. Representative Peter King, severe violations by the FBI in Russia probe going to come out. Improper behavior by FBI officials going to come out. King, no legal basis for FBI to investigate Trump. How brilliant is that? This is a Representative Peter King on a Sunday morning radio interview said, quote, "There was no legal basis, and I've been saying that for years now, for the FBI to open an investigation to then-candidate Donald Trump's 2016 campaign and its purported ties to Russia." King, okay, so, quote, "Just from the evidence I've seen over the last several years, being on the Intelligence Committee, being a member of Congress, there's no doubt to me that there were serious violations that were carried out by the FBI and I believe top officials at the CIA," he's talking about Brennan, "against the President of the United States at that time presidential candidate Donald Trump. The investigators had no valid reason to open an investigation into his campaign." Of course they didn't. And what's taking place, ladies and gentlemen, in addition to all of this, is that President Trump's approval rating is going up. The Democratic Party they can't harm Trump. There's nothing they can do that can dissuade millions of people from saying, yeah, he's a good president. We don't like his personality, but he's a good president. Independents are like, look, we like a good economy. We don't like his personality, but we like a good economy. And some people like his personality. Like, by and large, for the most part, I enjoy Trump's personality. It is a mirror to the phony, fabricated world, the illusion of Washington, D.C. and Hollywood, which are now, you take Washington, D.C., Hollywood, media in general, especially journalists beholden to Clinton, who, by the way, is running again. The golden muumuu will levitate above the DNC once again. She's running, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And the Democratic Party, I mean, you see what's taking place right now. They're descending into madness, and it's a year and a half before the election. You see what's taking place right now. There's no more Russia probe. There's no more special counsel. Now the tables have turned. You have 44% approval rating. That's fantastic for Trump. If it were any other president in a normal environment, I should say in a balanced media world, where like CNN is an extension of the Democratic Party, so is MSNBC. Fox, not so much. Like the Republican establishment didn't really like Trump up until very recently. They're kind of acquiescing a bit. Democrats are like, oh, Republicans need to stand up. To what? A 50-year low in unemployment? To what? The beginning of peace between North and South Korea? What do they need to stand up to Trump about? Regarding what? Regarding what? And then you have a guy, I'm not even going to bring it up, donated a lot to Democrats. You can look at Open Secrets. You know who I'm talking about. Used to fly old Bubba Bill. That's right, I didn't have my own jet, but I used someone else's jet. Gee, I wonder who that person could be. Oh, man. Is it getting hot in here? Is it hot outside, or is it just me? Anyway, that's a whole other giant Michigan story. Insanity. Democrats are imploding. You have AOC versus Pelosi, which is hilarious. AOC, like, okay, these people think that they're speaking truth to power. Like, yeah, man, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. That's all you hear from. That's all you hear from them. Like, oh, yeah, and then Twitter retweets 5,000, 20,000 retweets, whatever. And they're like, Medicare for all, man, abolish ICE, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, okay, not only will you not get that, not only do you think that you're running the show, Pelosi has utilized, I mean, there are pundits, the pundits who don't like me they're actually playing their viewers. They're essentially, and it's sad to say because I used to be part of that world. I don't know if it's a movement, but it's now a bowel movement. I used to be part of that. There is no, and I say this with all due respect to people who I value greatly and I have great respect for still on the left. There is no progressive movement. It doesn't exist. What they've done is, and I wrote about Justice Democrats in the Huffington Post. So this is a while, but I want to get the date exactly. I wrote about Justice Democrats and the Bernie Revolution power grab, May 14th, 2017. I explain how they're just going to tank whatever was left of Bernie's. Oh, look at that. That's hilarious. Oh, no. Okay, good. May 14th, 2017. Why TYT remains neutral during DNC lawsuit. This is in the Huffington Post, and I talked about this, and I talked about, here, I just quote Ro Khanna, I admire Pelosi a lot and supported her publicly. So, that it's all, you know. Then, of course, it goes on. Then they pushed candidates. Well, one candidate in particular didn't take any corporate money, but he took money from billionaires. Oh, my God. It's like so easily. You could see they were so transparent even in 2017. Doesn't matter. Look, the point is this. I'm not going to get into it. The point is this, and I wrote about this. What's taking place right now in the Democratic Party is helping Trump. AOC is essentially the biggest Trump supporter. So are in my view, so are the Justice Democrats. And Clinton will be the biggest Trump supporter of all time when she runs, because she will vindicate not only everything that I've said. So I wrote about what's taking place right now in the Democratic Party and how all the loudest, most inept voices are being heard by everyone in this cyber theocracy called Twitter. So I foreshadowed this in 2017. But William Barr and John Durham are relying right now, let me get to the point. They're relying not only on the Democratic Party imploding, which will take place officially once Clinton loses the election again. They will implode and they won't have a political party. They won't have a political party. Because you have Pelosi saying, oh, well, you know, it's like 5 people that are just being loud on Twitter, you know, and the rest of the Democratic Party is like, no. Those 5 people are the loudest, and they also don't focus on actual policy. There's no push to vote for Medicare for all because the majority of Democrats know it's not feasible. They're deceiving voters. They don't have any grandiose ideas or legislation that is so, like, paradigm changing. You know, they like to say that they're the party of ideas. They're not. They focused on Russia only for the last 2 years after they presided over the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. What they've done is accuse others of everything that they've committed. They're guilty of what they accuse others of doing. And I know I'm kind of all over the place like I usually am, but it's very important to realize what's going on. Democrats cheated Bernie Sanders. They were corrupt, insidious, duplicitous liars. They deceived their own people. Their own people forgave them, of course. They blamed Russia for their own treachery. That didn't work out. They tried to frame and set up Trump. That didn't work out. Now John Durham and William Barr are investigating, and they're going to indict people. But, however, and this is, you can get into 9 minutes in, let people know. The meat and potatoes of this segment is the following. John Durham and William Barr need Trump's high approval rating. They need Trump to win again for all these things to officially go down. Okay. There very likely will be indictments prior to the election. Andrew McCabe's already under criminal investigation. I've stated many times he's going to get indicted. A bunch of them will. Eventually, when Clinton loses again, because she is running, ladies and gentlemen. She is running. Don't believe the sham and the scam and the charade. She will get indicted eventually. And all the people who are like, oh, yeah, J.K. Men thought that Clinton was going to get indicted. Oh, it's like they can't say that Clinton's a criminal. Yet they can pretend to be against the establishment while at the same time fomenting the establishment propaganda and critiquing, while eventually just kowtowing to the power structure. It's a really, really unhealthy phenomenon what's taking place. Give me your thoughts below. 44%, ladies and gentlemen. 44% approval rating. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Give me your thoughts. This is going to help John Durham and William Barr indict Comey, Strzok, McCabe, all of the whole mishpacha, eventually. And they won't know what to do with themselves. When Clinton runs again, that'll put the nail in the coffin of any semblance of a left in the United States of America. Give me your thoughts. Thank you so very much.